I'm Steve Williams.
74 degrees. We have a 1 o'clock opening at the Coleman. Been talking about it last week and this morning. She's back.
I am Evan Morgan, and I love hearing Neal and Auntie Reese on the radio in the morning. Hi, this is Brayden. I love listening to Reese, but not my pal. On Extra 99.1 FM.
And hello, Miss Reese.
Hello, Miss Reese.
Oh, that wasn't loud. Hello, Miss Reese.
Hello,
Ooh, that would hurt my ear.
Sun lights up the daytime, moon lights up the night. I light up when you call my name, and I know you're gonna treat me right. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight, fever in the morning, fever all through the night.
And now, before we bring her on, the moment she is most proud of in her broadcast history.
Okay. There are limber people out there. You know how they're like the dancing Mormons? Like, they're all about sort of...
Dancing Mormons?
You know what I'm talking about? They're big dancers.
It's a little puppet show they do.
Yeah,
It's a dancing Mormons.
They have different looking gymnast costumes, I guess.
And now, Miss Reese. Longest intro I think we've ever had, but for anybody so far.
I honestly thought that would have been deleted from the hard drive
Never!
long ago.
Nothing is ever deleted. Your nephew is 15 now, you said.
He is. He's driving. He worked all summer to buy himself a car last year. I mean, he's almost an adult.
Could you imagine him knowing you're on, driving to work, hearing that?
I am Evan Morgan, and I love hearing Neal and Auntie Reese on the radio in the morning.
He'd lose all street cred, that's for sure.
Do you know what? We have kids stop in that are in high school now, and I'll go, oh, I got something that'll embarrass you, and I'll play it in front of and oh my goodness.
Their little helium voice.
Yeah, we never let anything go away.
Well,
ever.
Yeah, I was going to say hello from an hour west on 64.
Yes. Now, you left here and you moved up to Richmond, and I want to give somebody a little history here. You moved up there, I thought, to go to work for a PR firm, right?
Yeah, the PR firm was based out of Northern Virginia, but I was the satellite office, like the Richmond satellite office. I did that for about 2 years.
Oh, okay. All right. And then you didn't like being a satellite?
Sputnik did not work out for me.
Oh.
No, the office closed. The office, we didn't gain momentum. So,
okay.
But it's been fine. I mean, I've been doing voice work, so I only work part-time and on, something that's not voice work, and I've been conquering Richmond.
I see the post all the time. And how is it Rosie?
Yes, Rosie's great.
Okay.
We've got a few friends that have backyards, so we go for play dates and we go to the dog park. And she's fantastic. She's 5 now. And then last year I adopted another dog. A friend of mine moved and couldn't take her dog with her, so I have a 14-year-old husky mix.
Oh wow! Yeah, welcome to our world.
I thought of you so much when there's just so much catering and panting and hair and logistics. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Oh, and you're doing. Are you still picking up the pennies and taking pictures?
Yeah, I haven't posted in a bit, but I do still see them on a regular basis.
See,
yeah.
Look at that, huh? 68 and a mind like a sieve, or at least
a kitchen sponge.
I don't know. I don't remember much, but I remember a few things. So tell us a little bit about the podcast. And this is, by the way, for those of you that don't recognize the voice, this is Reese Williams back with us. And I'm going to ask you formally on the air. So we're going to get, we have Jeannie Robertson on every Friday now.
Oh, gosh, every week?
Well, she's not doing anything. She's home. She can't travel and do shows.
That's true.
So we said you might as well come on the air. So she's on every Friday. She went from a half hour to now she's on for an hour.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I have moments like she talks about all the time where you say, do you want to take someone's face into your hands lovingly and say, are you in there? That happens all the time for me. Yeah, the podcast. So it's been an idea for absolutely ever. And then last year...
Whoa. Forget the podcast. I gave you another intro there.
Oh, which one?
We're going to get you to make a commitment to us on the air.
Oh, I thought you said later. Okay, yeah.
No. I thought about it. And I even went to Tom and I said, what do you think about doing this? And he went, all right, she's not going to do any weird stuff, is she?
But have you met me? Come on.
And I said, no, she won't because she knows me. And, we bang. We got along like, well, we didn't really. But I would like for you maybe like twice a month. I'll look at the calendar and get a time so we can do it the same time every month. To come on and just give us some Richmond stuff, like a new museum opened. I went to dinner at a great club. I found a great store. You know what I'm talking about. Just
Yeah.
for those of us that don't know how to go anywhere in Richmond without using a GPS.
I can be your virtual guide.
Yeah, because honestly, I used to have 2 shopping centers up there that I went to on a regular basis, and I didn't know how to get to them without a GPS.
I do know my way around now. I'd love to. I mean, once things start opening up, I mean, obviously a lot of our festivals and things like that are canceled for the rest of the year. But we do have amazing restaurants, museums, galleries. There are always art walks. And then I, in addition to the podcast, I host every Tuesday evening.
Yes. I was going to ask you about that.
I do I host a live streaming concert series, and it's because musicians can't perform out. And so this way you can watch us online and donate that way. It's from a studio downtown called In Your Ear Studio.
Oh, man, you guys need to call Good Shot Judy.
Oh, absolutely. They're on our list.
We just got
a spreadsheet with like 700 bands.
All right, I just got their brand new live CD in. And Brett Cahoon brought it by. And you know who's up in Richmond now is Matt Cease.
We follow each other on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, and there have been several artists that have come through and we'll chit-chat. Somebody knew Paige Melton. There was a girl who played named Colleen who was roommates with Paige Melton.
Wow. We still have Paige in the system.
Yeah, it is such a small world. I mean, the music scene is pretty intimate. So I run into people that we know through down there all the time.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had on, hold on, I got to find her, Julie Clark?
No.
I'm not sure if you remember her, if you were here when she was on. This is her.
No.
In Gloucester, we love our morning show.
I don't know if you remember her.
No.
Really unique voice. Are you still singing?
I've done a little bit of studio stuff. I do mostly, right now, I do a lot of on-hold messaging. I'm listed with a bunch of companies, so
I used to do a lot of that for businesses, but it got to be a pain.
You know, I mean, it doesn't pay a lot for each one, but if you get a bunch a month, it's kind of worth it.
Yeah.
But it is funny. It's my favorite voice to do because it's so overdone and it's so ridiculous. Please, thank you. Please hold. We'll be right with you. We appreciate your patience. Like, that's my favorite one to do.
All right. I got to tell you, my screen over here is filling up with orange boxes. The Danny's Auto Glass and Mirror Studio line. Ted on the Road. Good morning, Reese. Hot Linda. Please give my love to Reese. Paul the Painter. It's great to hear Reese on the radio station again. There you go.
Woo-hoo!
So you're getting a whole bunch of boxes over here.
I love during the break, I heard when you were introducing the ladies at the medical office, you still say, Marie.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah. Although now her aunt was one of the ladies on the space station.
What?
No, I just say that.
Oh, I'm like, wow, Gloucester's on the map.
But I'm glad I got the reaction.
Gloucester's going places.
Yeah, baby. They didn't publicize it enough, you know? Oh, and I got to tell you, the protest thing going on, my statue at the entrance was pulled down.
Oh, no. Did
Yeah.
they graffiti it with anything?
No, no. But it was just plastic. I got another one. It's okay.
They pulled it down into the York River.
Yeah, down into the little drainage ditch out there. All right, podcast. Tell us about it.
Podcast.
Because
So,
I don't know podcast. I've never gotten into that even to listen to them. So how do you find it?
And you've got a great commute, so you're a prime audience for them. So podcasts are typically audio files, on anything under the sun. Most of the time, there's a platform. You've got Joe Rogan, who is the biggest in the world, who just signed a $100 million deal with Sirius
Really?
XM.
What,
Yeah.
to read his podcast?
It's not reading it. His are conversation as well. So he interviews celebrities. They talk for an hour and a half. And you just feel like you're part of a conversation. It's like the morning show. You really feel like you're just listening to other people chat. You feel like you're there.
Okay.
Only you don't have to get up at 4:30 in the morning.
I get up at 4 o'clock still, and I walk in the door still at 1 minute till sometimes.
Exactly. So this I get to do on my own time. Mine is conversational style. It should always have a humorous slant. And for me, mine is always about perspective. I start every show by saying, we're not here to prove a point. We're not here to change minds. We're not here to be a think piece. This is about entertainment. So
Good.
I've done an episode on how far will you go for art, where people share stories of putting themselves in danger for a good picture or, ruining themselves financially to go to art school. I've done a couple episodes on dating because, of course, those are the best stories.
Are you seeing anyone now?
No, I'm single right now.
Same old Reese, folks.
Yeah. It's difficult with the pandemic too. There's no, hardly any places to go out, and
we always look at you and go, why can't she go? Why, we had so many good opportunities for you.
We had the racing form.
You could do a podcast on what was it, Captain? What was the baby powder guy?
Oh gosh, what was his story? I can't remember.
He used so much baby powder that when he sat down, a little puff came out. Yeah.
Puffed out. Oh God, you're taking me back. So basically, I have like 3 to 5 guests.
How long does each one last?
We can record for about an hour and a half, and then I'm the one that edits them, and I usually edit them down to about 45 minutes.
All right.
I feel like that's a good threshold for keeping someone.
Where do you record? Do you have an in-house studio?
I've got the equipment. The first 2 episodes I tried recording on site, but there was way too much ambient noise. So I have a studio downtown here called Kick 'em to the Curb Studios. And it's a real no-frills studio. Martinez Kelly is the engineer, and it's just so intimate and so cool.
Do you
and his
rent
equipment
it?
is amazing.
Do you rent it?
Yeah, that one I rent. Mm-hmm.
So do you have a sponsor for your podcast?
Not yet. We're always looking. Yeah. So, and I've got a co-host. He goes by Frank. He's a friend of mine. And so that's kind of a joke. If we mention Taco Bell or something, he'll lean in and say, we are looking for sponsors. So, but it's just nincompoopry. It's, we don't censor anybody at all. So you can swear, and it's just a blast. And for me, the editing is so much fun, taking all that raw material and then chopping it up and making it sound exactly how I want the listener to hear it.
So how often do you do it, though?
I've got 5 episodes out now, and now I want to start producing 2 a month. First Fridays and third Thursdays, just because of the alliteration.
You got to have some reason to do it. Yeah.
I've got a work ethic.
I think that's when Tom would like for me to be online, on a regular.
And I did deviate. Saturday morning, I just recorded one. I did deviate from the format, and I did one on current events about everything that's going on with Black Lives Matter right now. And we did have a few moments where we chuckled about other things, but I felt like it was just important enough to get some people around the table. So I had a couple who are in the adoption process, and he's Black and she's Japanese, and they've talked about adopting a Black child and what that means. And then I had a professor of African American studies, so that was a great conversation. So I don't want to deviate all the time, but this topic just seems
Yeah,
worth it.
if you know, depending on sponsors that are maybe listening to considering, deviation is not what they want.
Yeah, well, based on the other episodes and the total sophomoric humor and the hijinks, I mean, I don't know what kind of a sponsor would put their name on it.
You would be surprised. Look at the people that have stuck with us.
That's true. And there's two, with podcasts, you can either sponsor where someone gives you money every month or consistently, and then the other way, since it's all digital, is you can have visual sponsors. So when people are listening, when they click on ads and things like that, you get paid when they click, sort of thing. So there's a lot of different ways to monetize it.
How many people do you normally get?
To listen?
No, at your apartment. Yes, to listen.
Oh, you mean, I wasn't sure if you meant in the studio. Listening, I think the most listenership I have on one of the episodes is so far 150 people.
Okay. All right.
I launched April 1st. So
see, I have teens of listeners. That's way more than us. So, yeah.
Right. Well, like I said, commutes are great for listening. While you're cleaning the house is great. Walking the dog is great. There's tons of opportunities just to listen, but you've got to be pretty engaging just to have someone listen to you babble, as we know. I mean,
hey! All right, listen. I need for you to do something. I need for you to do two things. First thing is, I need for you because I forgot to do it. I was off the day it happened, and then I forgot to do it the Monday after, and then I was going to have Jeannie do it, and I forgot to have Jeannie do it. So they're listening right now, and very loud, so Jerry Andrews can hear you, because Jerry is Jerry Andrews. I need for you to wish Jerry and Ann a happy anniversary, which was actually a couple of weeks ago. I figure I didn't have Jeannie do it. Reese is a good second choice. Go ahead.
A second choice?
Loud so Jerry can hear you, though.
Jerry! Jerry! Happy anniversary! Ann, what are you doing? Why?
It's only 2 weeks late or 3 weeks late. I can't remember.
He hasn't had to use his own services, huh?
Yeah, I always forget to play Precious and Few for them, too. Because it's one of my favorite songs. So anyway, we are going to I'm going to get you a day and a time that we will have every month for you to come on twice a month. We'll start during the pandemic. We don't care. You can
Sure.
You can stand outside a place that doesn't let people in and tell us what it would be like. And we'll get you. But we'd love to have you back on.
Absolutely. I'd be delighted.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot going on up here, that's for sure. I mean, things are closed because of the pandemic, but there's still so much culture up here.
Oh, yeah.
I'll put culture in air quotes for you.
Well, I mean, occasionally you might even hit on something and I go, wow, that's interesting.
You want to know where the best grilled cheese is. I know.
I know that June can make grilled cheese. I always wanted to save your sexy laugh.
And you wonder why I'm still single.
All right, listen. Also, since we don't have one that I am aware of, we need you to do an unsolicited promo for us.
Unsolicited.
Yes, hi, this is Reese Williams. Used to be so, enjoy so much being part of the morning show, and now
I fled to Richmond.
And then you lie and say, you love it and you listen or whatever. I'm not never been particular, and I'm not now.
Right.
Obviously, I'm asking you to do a promo. I'm not that particular. Whenever you're ready.
All right. Good morning, everyone. This is Reese Williams. I used to be part of the morning show, and I loved it so much, I fled 80 miles west down 64 to get that far away from Neal Steele.
Bingo. Also, text came in on the Danny's Auto Glass and Mirror studio line. Where can I find the podcast?
Oh, everywhere. So you can find it on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, everywhere you get your podcast, and it's called Spying on Humanity.
Now, Spying on Humanity, do you pay to have it on those sites?
I pay one company called Libsyn. They're kind of one of the standards in podcast hosting, so I pay a monthly fee for them to hold the audio files, and then they publish it on all the other sites for me.
Man, you need to get a sponsor.
I know.
Good Lord.
There's a little bit of admin time every month, yeah, but it's worth it. When it's your own project, it's so much fun. It's so worth it.
Well, for what Tom pays us, we're close to about the same boat. Yeah.
It's a hobby, Neal.
Yeah, it's a hobby. All right, listen, I'm going to get in touch, and we'll set up a time. Reese is going to be back on with us twice a month. We'll get a regular day and time, and we miss you and we love you.
I miss you guys, too. I love you guys.
Most of the time we miss you. Ralph rarely misses you, but...
I miss Possum so much.
Ralph always, he says, yeah, I remember I'd say something, I'd get that look from the newsroom.
Through the glass, yeah.
Trust me, he gets the look from me, too. It makes no difference. Reese, thank you for being with us this morning. Did you get up early for it, or do you get up early every day?
Oh, gosh, no, I get up about 7 every morning with the girls.
Okay, that's not early, but...
well, that's true. Midday for you.
Yeah, okay. Listen, have a good day, good week, and I'll be in touch so that we can get this started.
All right, I'll talk to you guys soon.
Reese Williams, everybody!
I am Evan Morgan, and I love hearing Neal and Auntie Reese on the radio in the morning.